Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. Heading to the gym a little bit later than usual. Good stuff. Downloading Final Fantasy VII right now. Probably ain't gonna. Nah, I'm definitely gonna touch it. I'm gonna have to beat it because that shit took up like, man, 2/4 of my storage on my PS5. I'm like, yep. Then again, too, I bought the deluxe damn edition. But anyway, and my yes, I'm charging right now. My replacement, all y'all can see is a little goddamn. There we go. My replacement AirPods came in. It took a while for them to get here. These are my replacement ones. I had to send in the ones that I damaged. Even though they broke at the gym, I was like, fuck. But yeah, my replacement AirPods came in tonight, so I'm really happy about that. Y'all bear with me. I got a lot of compile of shit, just all up in here, and driving to the gym right now. But I always do my best to do a live. Got some really good content coming. With the interview I did last night. I'm not gonna hold you. After processing everything, it kind of makes me glad that I'm doing sit downs with people and talking about their fitness journey. For me, everybody's skin resiliency, what they can handle is a little bit different. But for me, it was a little bit there was some raw emotion in that for me. But there was some raw emotion in that that interview, and at the end of the day, I can't wait to share it. But it really had me in my feels, as far as I guess like just overcoming. You never really know what somebody's going through, dude. And I'll just say this, and I'll let the clips that I put out, through the weeks, explain itself, I guess. But you a person that inspires people and motivates people, you never really know what that person is going through until you have a sit down with them. And even when you have a sit down with them, they only tell you what they're comfortable telling you, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, I'm grateful for the for what he shared. And I think another thing though too, y'all forgive me, I know for some people this is a sensitive topic, but again, the suicide came up again at work again today, and it's just like, again, everybody's resiliency level is different, but it was I don't know, it's not hard for me to talk about, but there's energy in everything, mental health, man, is a really big thing. Man, woman, child, teenager, it's a really big thing. I'll say this: I understood the ideology and ideation. I can't speak, but the ideology of it as a teenager, but I never thought children would have an understanding of it. And when I mean children, I'm talking about 6, 7, 8, 9-year-olds now. That's pretty bad. I don't know, man. I don't see social media as a bad place, but social media is, it's just a source of information. But I'm wondering, because of how quick information is being put out, nowadays, and you can't put everything on social media. How about this? I think the reason why I'm even bringing up social media in the interview, it's like 20 minutes in, so y'all see it later down the line. But one of the things he mentioned was to get himself mentally right for the stage. He said he cut himself off from social media. I was like, damn. But then again, too, I'm kind of wondering if that's a thing for bodybuilders. I know some bodybuilders, they'll deactivate their accounts when they're like a month out from getting on stage and prep and all that other stuff. But like I said, I haven't gotten on stage yet, so I don't really know. But ultimately, like everybody else, man, his story to me was a powerful one. The stories that have been told that I've been putting out on my channel, is they're knowledgeable, they're powerful, depending on how you look at things and in life, a little bit sad. It's kind of like, damn. I'm hoping when I get farther along, I have the courage to tell my story like I feel comfortable enough to tell my story to somebody like they feel comfortable disclosing and telling me theirs, And I'm just talking about, like just in general. We'll get there eventually, but my boy Mitch, in the interview I did him, he asked me what my reason why was, and it may not look it in the interview when you get to it, but your boy was about to tear up. I was like, you just hit me with a left hook and a juggler, huh? But anyway, I'm gonna continue to push out this content. Your boy is mindfuck right now. Let me take this pre-workout. And it's not just the interview. It was, like I said, between the interview and then the topics that was discussed at work today, is just, I don't like that. I don't like that bad energy, but that's life, I guess you can't always have, and it'd be nice, right? But I guess you can't always have good shit happening, man. I think the only thing you can control is the amount of good shit that you put out. But as far as your surroundings and what happens to you, sometimes you can't really help that. And I mean, when I help, not control, help. I know some people that have been in some really shitty situations. I'm gonna go back to my boy Chris, who's a police officer, but some of the stories he's told me, man, when I lay my head down on the pillow, it makes me want to cry a little bit sometimes, man. It's like, and with what he does as his job, he deals with stressors like that on a daily, I think another reason why I'm affected by it, because I don't understand why it can be so hard to hunt the good stuff, man. I think this is the Waffle House I had earlier. Anyway, it's still deload week. I got deficit deadlifts tonight. It's full body, but I got deficit deadlifts, some bench, some ab workouts and all that other stuff. But anyway, I do get to interview my boy Tim tomorrow. I've been telling him, like, bruh, you gotta let me interview you. And I know our time and our schedule has been conflicting, but I feel like I'll be doing him a disservice if I didn't. Only reason I'm but pushing to get his content out, not even to put a face on him, but I want to introduce you guys to the guy who introduced powerlifting to me. No, actually, for the longest time, I never deadlifted, I never squatted. I'd bench, but everything else, no. Like, it's going on 2 years now. If you met me about 2 years ago and you said, hey, let's go deadlift, or hey, let's go squat, I'd be like, by your damn self. And I was really that bad. I never trained or conditioned my lower back and my legs. I just didn't. I was an upper body guru, a Stairmaster guru, but deadlifting and squatting, no. And when I do interview him, I'm gonna ensure that he knows, like I always tell him, like, hey, I'm very grateful that you were able to take me and mentor me and actually help me look forward to deadlifting and squatting. Like, I mean, boy, let me tell you something. When I started deadlifting and squatting, I can't tell you how many people were upset, and like in a good way, but people for years was trying to get me to like practice my deadlifts, practice my squats, and I never did it. So I remember my boy Storm, when I started deadlifting, he said, ain't no fucking, and he meant well, he meant fun, but I know he was a little serious too, but he was like, ain't no fucking way. He said, all them years I've been trying to get you to squat and deadlift and you start doing it now? I said, yeah. But anyway, my interview with him is set for tomorrow, and I have another upcoming interview for Monday. She's a power lifter, but she also, from afar, because I see the other stuff that she does and the aspects, you know, from what I see, I respect her as a person, a power lifter, as a mother. So, you know, and she, in her own way, she's inspiring. Let me turn this light on. So I want to interview her. Let me turn it back on. Think about having to stick shift. That's the thing. Anyway, I have 2 set interviews that I'm looking forward to, and what we got. Any tips on how to increase your bench? Man, this is what worked for me. And I don't know if it's because like the high incline. You can best believe if your incline is allow me to tell you a story. I hit 315 on incline. Like, my first time ever hitting 315 was on the incline bench before it was ever flat bench and decline. Apparently you have, not you, what the fuck, my bad, but yeah, let me see, fisherman. So apparently you have 3 different sectors in your chest. I know that light's gonna get on I'm just gonna do this, yeah. You have 3 different, I only did that because it annoys me, but you have 3 different sectors in your chest, in your pec. But anyway, I hit 315 on incline before any other bench, but when I got on the flat bench doing 315, it was cake. It was easy. And somebody had to explain it to me, like the science and all that about the 3 different sectors in your chest. But when my bad, y'all can only hold this hat up for so long. But okay, there we go. I'm gonna do that. When I started training my upper pec for incline, any other lift that I did as far as the incline bench, regular flat bench, and decline, those numbers were it was easier for me to do it. And when I sat down with somebody, because I thought it was weird, I said my incline numbers are a little bit higher than my other bench numbers, but it's easier for me to conduct the lifts. And somebody was like, well, they said you have more than a decent incline. Apparently not too many people can do 315 on incline, which is weird to me because the people I hang around, they're doing like 405 on incline, 455 on incline, and they're doing them shits for reps. But all I can tell you, best advice, long story short, is train on your incline bench, train on your incline flies. Well, I think a professional would tell you, like, work all aspects of your pec, your top, your middle, and your upper. But what worked for me and what helped my other benches feel easy was incline. Incline is a motherfucker. Like, you got people that can do 315 flat bench, but they cannot do 185 incline. So hold on, let me see. Bro, you have been out there all day. Yeah, you right. Let me see. Now you just, hey, I appreciate the sub, thank you. Nah, your incline was stronger. Yeah, hey man, like I said, I started training basically my upper pec, and once I started doing that, dude, fucking it. Now, obviously you got to do other conditioning workouts and everything else like that, but I mean, what I noticed, like, for me to hit 315 on decline and then regular flat bench, like, so like prime example, I remember the first time I attempted 315 on flat bench. I was scared as fuck, but I can't really, show you because I'm in here, but it just felt easier going like this than holding it over my chest and going like that. So it was easy for me to hit it. Now, you still got to train all three, but like prime example, so let's say my PR on incline was 315, then add like 10 to 15 pounds on your other lifts that you can do. So I could do 325, 335. I would still struggle because I didn't, start training like heavy until I started hanging around powerlifters, but I could hit over 315 on my incline and my decline. Apparently, decline is your easiest bench because it's the bottom pec, and you have all of this to force to push it up when you're doing decline versus regular flat bench and then regular incline. That's as best as I can explain it. There's a whole bunch of science to it, but if you want to see, start training on your incline lifts and see what that does for you, and I hope it does help. But anyway, I'm about to close it out and end it how I always do. If you haven't heard it today, I love you. You are loved. You inspire me. You motivate me. Keep pushing, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.